Hi there, it's Annalena here. I want to share a story with you that I wrote today, and it's called The Dragon with the Crystal Heart. Grandma? Yes, my little sweetheart, what is it? Will you tell me a bedtime story, please? Of course. Which one would you like to hear? Oh, the one about the dragon with the crystal heart. Ah, that one. Well, I most certainly will. And then Grandma tucks her little grandchild into bed, sits at her bedside, and begins to tell the story. Once upon a time, there was a dragon who lived on planet Earth. It was such a long time ago that no one remembers anymore when it was. You see, this was before time began. This dragon was a very special dragon. The sun made her beautiful skin shine in all the colors of the rainbow, and when she spread her giant wings, people could see her in the sky from a long distance. It was said that she could fly around the earth in 24 hours, and wherever she went, she would breathe fire and life into the sky, making it glow and vibrate with beautiful orange-red colors. This would make the humans stand in awe and admiration for the sacred home that they called planet Earth. Every now and then the dragon would make a stop to greet the humans, and then they could see her heart from inside her body, pulsating with a bright light, beating softly to the rhythm of the universe. The dragon's name was Kora Nayeli, and her heart was as pure as crystal. Therefore, people on earth called her the dragon with the crystal heart. And wherever she went, humans would welcome her with love, and the children would sing and dance and play with her until the sun went down and it was time for them to go to bed and for Kora Nayeli to continue her journey around the earth to spread beauty and love. One day things began to change. It didn't happen overnight, but Kora Nayeli could see and feel that many humans were no longer happy. They were too busy with their own lives, and although Kora Nayeli continued her journey around the earth to spread love and joy and to breathe life and beauty into the sky, the humans stopped admiring the orange-red wonder of their world, and hardly anyone welcomed her with love anymore. Most children still remembered how to sing and dance and play, but somehow they also soon forgot. One day Kora Nayeli landed in a city where she had been many times before, and where she loved to come. They had always welcomed her with open hearts, but today something was terribly wrong. Angry men with weapons stood at the city gate, and when they saw Kora Nayeli, they began to shout to the people there. "Look, it's Kora Nayeli. She is dangerous. Look at how she breathes fire. Stay away from her. We will protect you." "No, no, this is not who I am. I come with love." Kora Nayeli tried to speak, but the men threatened her with their weapons and demanded that she leave the city immediately. Kora Nayeli's heart was heavy with pain as she fled the city. What had happened to the humans? Still she continued to fly around the earth, but the damage was done, and people had started to listen to the slander. And somehow, after they had heard it enough times, people started to believe that this was the truth about her. Soon Kora Nayeli was met with suspicion and mistrust almost wherever she went. Sorry. The dragon's heart grew heavier every time she was rejected, and one day she could see fire and destruction many places on earth. What was happening? She approached a city to try and find out more, but this time she was met with gunshots aimed at her. It's Koranaeli. It's Koranaeli. She's starting the fires, and she's the one who causes war and destruction. Kill her. Koranaeli spiraled through the air to avoid the gunshots, and this time she continued to fly as far away from any human that she could get. So it was that Koranaeli disappeared from the earth. She found a cave inside a mountain where she decided to hide. For a long time she shed tears of grief and confusion. Her crystal heart was torn into 1,000 pieces, and one day she was so exhausted that she fell asleep, a sleep that would last for centuries. Time passed, and one day a young girl was out walking in a field near by the mountain where the cave was. Her name was Adina, and all of a sudden she could see the entrance to the cave in the mountainside. Curious by nature, she wanted to see if she could reach the cave and find out what it might hide inside. After several hours of walking and climbing, Adina managed to get to the entrance. Exhausted, but also happy and proud, she slowly entered the cave. She walked on the stony ground and avoided some large spider webs as she came further into the cave. She was just about to turn around when she spotted a huge grey bundle of some sort a little further ahead. Her eyes had not adjusted to the dark yet, and she couldn't figure out what it was. As she walked a little closer, she could see that the bundle was moving a little up and down. Then, in a split second, Adina realized that it had to be some kind of living creature. Oh no, it's a bear! It's a bear! The thought flew through her mind, and although her heart was beating 100 miles an hour, she slowly and quietly began to walk backwards out of the cave. Then she stumbled over a stone and fell to the ground. Oh no! The sound awakened Koranaeli from her sleep. Help! Adina wanted to shout, but instead she froze to the spot and her voice was only a tiny whisper. Koranaeli rubbed her eyes a little. Then she saw the young girl and could tell that she was scared. Oh no, don't be afraid. I will harm no one. Adina's eyes widened as she realized that the bear was not a bear, but a dragon. You're a dragon. Yes, I am a dragon. But who are you? Koranaeli hadn't seen a human for such a long time, and the sight of the young girl made her remember days of joy and kindness among them. My name is Adina. I was out walking when I saw the cave. I see. I will never hurt you. Don't be afraid. Please leave and tell no one that you ever saw me. Koranaeli smiled a little reassuringly to Adina. Okay, thank you. But who are you? And what are you doing here? Adina suddenly remembered that her own grandma sometimes used to call her Little Miss Curious. Oh, my name is Koranaeli. I am the dragon with the crystal heart. I used to fly around the earth to spread love and beauty among the humans, but then everything changed. Koranaeli lowered her head. But what happened? Somehow Adina could sense that this dragon was very kind, so she relaxed a little. Then Koranaeli told her what had happened, that many people had changed, that evil men took over, that they slandered her name and finally tried to kill her. As Adina was listening to the story, something inside her heart and soul remembered. She looked at the dragon, and tears filled her eyes. I remember you. You must come back to us. What? Oh, no, no. I can't. You don't understand. What is it that I don't understand? Adina got up from the stony floor. Oh, it's because I can feel God inside my own heart. That's exactly why you must come back. Now Adina walked a little closer to the dragon. No, no, people won't listen. Everyone will laugh if I tell them that I can feel how God is crying, because many humans have forgotten how to live on earth as brothers and sisters. They have forgotten that they're all part of a big family and that they are children of God. Okay, well, maybe some will laugh at you, but not everyone. Some will listen. And you cannot stay in this cave and hide forever. You don't understand. It's too dangerous. They hate me. Now Koranaeli cried, and as she did, the young girl could see a small light glowing from inside the dragon's body, where her heart was. No, not everyone will hate you. Only those with cold hearts, and it's only because they're scared. Many will love you, and God loves you. That's what matters, right? Adina tried to smile a little, but the dragon continued to cry, and as she did, her heart began to glow even more. But I've gotten so used to this cave, and it feels safe in here. I'm so tired, and I have been here too long. I tried to tell them long ago, but they wouldn't listen. They got so mad, and some of them even tried to kill me. You must speak, you must. Some will listen, some won't. I will fly with you. Adina remembered how her grandma also sometimes used to call her Little Miss Stubborn. Will you really? Will you fly with me? Koranaeli wiped the tears from her eyes. Yes, come with me. And this was how Koranaeli left the cave together with Adina. Once outside, the dragon had to cover her eyes because she was no longer used to the sunlight. Then after some time, Adina crawled up on Koranaeli's back, and their journey together started. First, they stopped at the nearest lake so that Koranaeli could wash off centuries of dust. Then once again, her beautiful skin would shine brightly in all the colors of the rainbow, and you could see her glowing crystal heart pulsating inside her body, spreading love and joy to everyone around her. From that day, Koranaeli and Adina would wake up every morning with a bubbly feeling inside. It's the kind of feeling that comes from the soul when you know what to do without fear, because they knew exactly what to do. Fly around the earth and spread the message of God's love for all mankind. Grandma finishes the story and gently strokes her grandchild on the cheek. The story ends here, my little darling. It's time for you to go to sleep. Tomorrow is another day. She smiles at her granddaughter. Do you think we will ever meet Koranaili and Adina, Grandma? I believe you just met them through the story, my child. Now they live inside of you, inside your crystal heart. Grandma looks at her grandchild, whose eyes twinkle like two little stars full of joy. Will you tell me another story another day, Grandma? Yes, I most certainly will. My sweet little child of God.